What is going on, my friends? This is Leanne Carmi. Super excited to be here with you. And this is totally last minute, definitely not a huge planned webinar. Basically, I sent out an email to you yesterday. I said, what do you want to learn? What do you want to know more about? You sent me your responses, and about 30 minutes ago, I put together an email. I got your responses. I put them together. I tallied up the votes. I thought, cool, you guys made some good choices, and here, I'll just read them off real quick. So the top choices, the ones that got the most votes were, first of all, how to get traffic to your landing pages, and second of all, how to make money while you're building your list. And that makes a lot of sense because those go really well together. So I just decided to hop on here at 11:30 in the morning, middle of my workday, just to share this with you. I don't have a scripted webinar or anything like that, and I'm not one to waste time. I'll give you my story in like 2 seconds because honestly, I just want to get to the content. Here's my story. I was a high school teacher, and I finally became, after about 4 years of teaching, finally became a good teacher because it really takes time to learn that field. And and that's when I realized, around my third year of teaching, I realized that I wasn't really making the money that I needed to make, especially over the summer. I didn't get paid. And so it became kind of hard to pay the bills and do things, and caused a lot of stress in my household. And so I decided to find another job, a part-time job in the summer. And long story short, I couldn't stomach the idea. I just, I don't want to take my summer and I want to relax. I've had a tough year working. You think teachers have this short day, right? But you get up early, and you got to go to school early, and you get stuck in traffic jams, and I know some of you, deal with that stuff too. And then you got all these kids, and you deal with like 1,000 people a day, all these people all day long. It's overwhelming. You need a break. That's what the summer is for. You get that break. And I was like, well, I don't want to work in retail or McDonald's or whatever else, where my students are working over the summer. I want to, get away from it. And so I got into the world of online marketing. I found, somehow I stumbled on it, said, how do you make money online? And long story short, after my 4th year of teaching, I had taken some courses, some coaching courses, and by the end of that year, by the next summer, I was able to quit my job because I not only was able to supplement, but I was able to replace my salary, and then I was able to teach other people how to do that. And that's what I've been doing, is as I'm growing, as I'm learning, I make it my goal to teach others. My vision is every year, and especially this year, I want to help as many people as possible to create freedom in their lives. That's my goal. I would love that to be you, and that's why I'm here for you right now. So let's get right into the content, right? Here's what you told me. You want to learn about getting traffic to your landing pages and then how to make money while you're building your list. Traffic is kind of a funny animal, right? Because believe it or not, it's probably the easiest thing to do. It's just that you want to have your system set up before you do it. And I'll give you an example. One way that I love getting traffic is solo ads. And solo ads basically means you're emailing someone else's list. And I actually, I did some tests, and I wrote up some different email blasts and subject lines and all that stuff. And I went to this company, and I got a really good deal. And I sent out an email blast, and within like less than a week, I got over 600 opt-ins. In other words, I kicked ass on that email blast, right? And here's what happened. None of those people became paying customers because I didn't have my system set up the way that I needed to have them. In fact, my open rates were crappy, and I'll tell you how to get over that. So anyway, we'll talk about real quick how to make money while you're building your list, and I'll actually show you an example of something that I am building right now. Okay, it's not complete. It's just something that I'm working on. And, oh, my phone is ringing. I forgot to mute my phone. Great. Sorry about that. So I'm going to show you something that I'm working on right now, I'm building. And then I'll show you another system that I have for my BizOp that's kind of doing a lot of the work for me, and how I'm changing things up in order to get more conversion, in order to make more sales on the back end. Because the front end sales are really just to they're to recoup some of that marketing money, and then the back end sales are where you make a living, basically, right? Where you make your living. So let's see, how do we get started? Let's get started with this thing. And what's interesting is this is kind of like the front end to a back end that hasn't been finished. So let view this page for you right quick. Okay, so here's the landing page, and and I'll make it bigger so you can see it because I know my screen is huge. It's got a picture of 2 smartphones, and it says free video reveals the secret loophole the cell phone companies won't tell you about that can get you free unlimited mobile service for life. Mine's been free for over a year, and I'll show you how. You won't believe how easy it is. 100% legal. Yes, I need a free video, and then see it now. Okay, only a lucky few know about the secret loophole, and it says the free video will be sent to the email address you submit above. And if you click here, you get to put your email, send my report, blah blah blah. Okay, it's not even completed. I just wanted to put this together. And here's the idea. Okay, I'm going to tell you this idea because this is all about making money as you build your list. This is for a product that I was promoting about. I started promoting it about 2 years ago or so. No, less than 2 years ago. And it's a network marketing company basically, right? I don't promote them actively anymore, but I was taking a walk the other day, just let's see, what is it, Tuesday? So it must have been, was it Saturday or Friday? It must have been either Friday or Saturday that I was taking a walk, because I remember on Saturday evening when my wife and I were driving to her aunt's house, I was telling her about it and writing down all the stuff I came up with. So it was probably, let's see, on Sunday it was not Saturday morning, because then I was walking with a friend of mine. So anyway, probably Friday. I don't know. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I was walking with my son, and I came up with this idea while listening to The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. And here it is. And the whole idea here, let me go to my desktop and draw stuff for you. How about that? Let's clear the stuff here, and let's go to Desk Scribble. And how can I clear this for you? There we go. All right, so let me grab my pad. And here's the whole idea, and I've got this written down on paper, so you're gonna hear some rustling and stuff. All right, so let's see. So the whole idea is people, and when I say people, I'm always talking about myself. I talk about how my brain works, because how your brain works is usually how other people's brains work. And the whole idea is, like, people like to get one over. Not so much get one over on companies, but like if you can get something free that you think companies have been cheating you, taking all your money. Like if you could get free cable service, you'd be like, hell yeah, I'll take free cable service, I'll take free internet service. So the whole idea is people like to, get stuff free. And so my idea was this, to introduce a secret loophole, right? So I came up with 3 landing page ideas, and this I was doing in the car, and I get car sick, so I was like, oh, I'm going to puke. Stop for a second on the side so I can write this down. My wife was driving, obviously, not me. And so the first landing page, and I'll tell you why there's 3 landing pages. And by the way, I'm giving this to you totally out of order, right? This is the order that people are going to see it in, but as I fill it in for you, you're going to see why I'm doing this and how I'm using this to make money as I'm building my list, okay? So here, yeah, and you're going to like this, okay? And let me just give you a background. This company is basically an MLM that's a cell phone company, and if you share it with enough people, you get free phone service, basically, right? You share it with more, you actually get paid a lot more money. So anyway, that's the deal. Like I said, I've totally stopped promoting it since I got into Empower Network, because Empower Network just works for me, and this is like, I just feel like it's a waste of time to get unfocused. But I also, an idea came to me, and I couldn't help but to just try it out. So anyway, here goes. So the first landing page basically says the secret loophole the phone companies or the cell phone companies won't tell you about that can get you free unlimited mobile service for life. Okay. Second headline says the mobile companies don't want you to know about the secret loophole that gets you free unlimited cell phone service. And finally, the third one, the secret loophole, just secret loophole. So secret loophole allows you to legally steal unlimited cell phone service. And then a subheadline, mine's been free for over a year, and I'll show you how. And I think that's the one that I put together for you guys, right? Sort of, yeah, I sort of made that. So this is one style, and then I'll do like 2 other styles of landing pages. So, okay, so here's the flow. So why 3 landing pages? Because you got to split test, right? I mean, it's just everything that you do online needs to be split tested, because if you're not split testing, you're throwing money away, right? How do I know what percentage each of these is going to get? Maybe one's going to get 20%, maybe one's going to get 30%, maybe one's going to get 50%, and then I can split test that one. I can X out that one, X out that one, and find new varieties and try to get that conversion rate up, right? Higher conversion rates on the front end, more money in the back end, always, 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 right? As long as you're actually making sales. So here's the deal. So right now, no matter how I send traffic to this, and I'll talk about traffic in a minute once we fill this in, no matter how I send traffic to this, it's basically I'm going to split test and I'm going to get leads, right? And here's what I want to happen on the back end. So they put in their information. They want to know, what is the secret loophole? How do I get access to it? And I'm going to take them to a tripwire, okay? A tripwire. Now, what's interesting is the tripwire basically, I'm going to take them to a sales letter, right? So the hook in these landing pages, right, the hook is there's a secret loophole. I'm going to show you what the secret loophole is, right? And they're opting in, and that's the lead magnet, right? The lead magnet is I'm going to give you the secret loophole. I'm going to give you a video that shows you the secret loophole. And what is this video? It's a sales video, right? A video sales letter, which is not created yet, though I've written some notes on it, and I'll read those notes to you. And the video sales letter is basically selling a tripwire. What's a tripwire? It's a new fancy name for a front-end offer, a low front-end offer. I'm going to offer it either for like $1 or, I think $7 is the current industry standard. I don't know if that's been tested or, copyright or whatever. So some really low amount, under $10, that is like, yeah, I'm going to do that. Hell yeah, because you're going to show me something that's going to save me like $80 a month. Hell yeah, I'm going to give you that money, right? So, and that's the point of the video sales letter. And it's going to start, something like, hey, my name's Leanne, and for the past however many months or years, my mobile service has been free. I get unlimited voice, text, and data, and I haven't paid the phone company a dime since, and I'll put whatever date that is. And obviously you want everything in your sales funnels to be truthful. You don't want to lie, right? I don't know if it's illegal or what, but it's scammy, and I think you can get in trouble with the FTC. So anyway, and the best part, they can't do anything about it because it's completely legal. Right, so I'm getting like people's attention up. Now I didn't finish that idea for the sales page, but basically what I'm doing with this tripwire is I'm going to offer them the step-by-step plan that shows them how to get free phone service, and it's completely legal. It just takes like 4 steps, okay? It's 4 steps to have completely free phone service, and then so I'm going to sell this thing, right? So they're going to have a buy now button or whatever, and so there's a video sales letter, a buy now button, and now when they purchase, right, now they get just a super quick, PDF that says, step 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it's simple, right? Step 1, you sign up for my top secret mobile service. Step 2, you get your SIM card and activate. Step 3, you set up your basically your pay account, right? Your payment account. You get your pay card, and did I say step 3? Yeah, step 3 that, and then step 4, you just share it with your friends and family, and every person you refer is going to drop $5 off your bill until it's free, right? And then I'm going to employ, I'm going to try to employ all sorts of things to get more conversions. Like I'll have my number in there, and I'll say, are you ready to get started? But you just want someone to, you just want to, talk to someone on the phone. Well, look, I understand the world's, full of all kinds of things that you just can't be sure about. You want to make sure I'm a real person, and I don't. And I'll say, I'm not like a big company or anything. I'm just a person that found this loophole. And if you just want to say hi and and verify that I'm a real person, here's my cell phone number, right? Here's my free cell phone. And don't call me to ask a million questions. I don't have time for that. And that's pretty much it. So I will actually connect with people if they have questions. And if you guys have been on any of my calls in terms of making any kind of network marketing sales, what's the process? Someone calls. Hey, you saw the video, great. What did you like about it? Great, sounds like you're ready to get started. And that's when the any objections come out, right? Or they say yeah, and you say great. Here's the link to get started, right? Super simple, very easy to do. Gets people off the phone in minutes and onto your team if you're network marketing. Obviously, it's not an essential step because it should work just the way it is. But a personal touch always helps when you're doing something that has to do with network marketing. So anyway, that's the funnel. And what does this do? Well, once they go through this and they join my team on this company and hopefully just follow the steps the way I lay them out, not ask me for too much because I'm not really actively building this. It's not my focus. You know what I mean? So once they're there, then I'm making money from them every month. And just to give you an idea, when I started promoting this company, it's got like a huge retention rate. I mean, I've got people in there from when I first started, and that's immense. That's basically auto ship, right? Because they're paying phone bill, and what percentage? I would say like 80 to 90% of the people are still in there, still paying me every month. So that's pretty incredible, right? You don't see that a lot. But anyway, so that's the whole idea, is that it's going to make sense on the back end. Now, on the front end, this stuff right here covers my cost of traffic, right? Covers my cost of traffic. So this is how you create a funnel that pays you as you build your list. Because what am I doing? I'm getting emails here, and a certain percentage, and if I work it right and if I test a lot, I will get this up. A certain percentage is going to get this. I'll figure out what's the price point I need to either cover my marketing completely, maybe even make money on the front end, okay? But here's the deal right here, is that the whole goal is this right here, and as long as I lay it out right, I can have a completely free funnel, making me basically unlimited ROI, right? So is that pretty cool or what? Let me see if a bunch of new people hopped on the call, if there's any questions. Hey, Chris, I didn't see you on there before. Welcome to the call. Hopefully you can, am I showing my screen? I guess that's a really good idea to check. Crap, I'm not showing my screen. Okay, let me show my screen, and let's just explain the stuff. Man, sorry about that. So here, let me open this back up. Boom, right there. And here's what I drew. Okay, so testing the landing pages, and here, right here in the background, the free video reveal, secret loophole cell phone companies won't tell you about. They can get you free unlimited mobile service for life. So that's what I was talking about. This is the first landing page that I created. Okay, and here I'll show you how it actually. What happens again, you click here and it says enter your name and email below to get access. I actually didn't edit this yet. But anyway, so that's kind of the first step, right? The first landing page. And this is what I've been drawing. So this is, split testing the landing pages, going to a tripwire, to a video sales letter basically, going to a buy now link, right? And then so this is going to be a video sales letter right here, and then giving them the PDF with the steps and the goals for them to join. So sorry that wasn't showing before. I think I'll see about editing the video, so I'm actually just showing this the entire time. So glad I checked. So anyway, that's the deal right there. That's kind of what I'm going to be working on. So just to kind of clarify how that works, I am going to be either making money or not spending any money while building my list for this and getting people to join the company that that I used to promote. And I don't know why this idea came to me when I'm not focused on it, but that's kind of how the brain works. If you've read Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, that's kind of how it goes. You focus on something enough, your brain will just do stuff. Your brain will keep on working. Your subconscious mind will like figure out problems in the background, and apparently this one took a few years, a year and a half or whatever it was. But I think it's pretty cool, and it's not, again, this company is not my focus, but I love this idea so much that I'm going to make it happen. So here's the thing though, now we got to talk about this part right here, right? We got to talk about, boom, this right here, which is the traffic. So I'm going to do something real quick because I messed up earlier. I'm going to take a screenshot of this real quick. Let's see, I think this should be good. There we go. Okay, so that way I can put that in the beginning of the video or give it to people. So let me clear the screen for this. Oops, I need to click on this. And let's talk about the next thing here, which is the traffic part. Okay, so let's go here again, and let's talk about the traffic, because what kind of traffic do you send something like that? Because, normally I run BizOp offers, but this particular offer, and let me just put it here on the side so we have that reference, this particular offer is not targeted at BizOp. It's targeted at cell phone users, right? At cell phone users who maybe want to save money. Now, I don't know who those are, and the targeting is kind of broad, and I always say, if you want to really succeed, you want to niche down. Well, this is definitely not niche down, right? This is like an everybody offer. I don't even have a, I haven't even thought of what would you call it, like a, specific person to target, like specifically, maybe T-Mobile users or AT&T users, something like that. And I can do that. First, I want to see if it's viable. So my thinking for this particular offer is either PPC or PPV traffic. And let me tell you why. Okay, let me tell you why. Now, what's interesting is I could find an e-zine, right, and send a solo ad for something like this. Whoops, and I'm glad that didn't happen earlier. Hey, look, we still have our old thing. So let me draw that again. All right, so we still have, here, let's draw this offer again here, and, cell phone users, basically. And so, okay, so let's talk about why PPC and PPV versus like e-zine. So I could probably find an e-zine that someone has either in the industry, like in the cell phone industry, or just general user, like general people of a certain age. Like, I don't know how I would target with an e-zine, and I think that it would be silly to do without first figuring out who my demographic really is, right? Is it older people, younger people? Because this is an offer that I could make to, people in nursing homes. This is an offer I could make to people who are in their 20s. I could make it to people who are baby boomers, like people my age. I don't know, right? I don't know who this will really work for, right? And until I know that, I'm not going to go for an e-zine. But here's what I can do. With PPC, anyone who's searching for AT&T and any varieties, Verizon, right, T-Mobile, I mean, I can go on and on with the different cell phone companies. Anyone who's searching for anything to do with a mobile phone, right, a company, I can target them, and my ad can pre-frame the whole thing, like, free mobile service or, loophole. Like, I can go with the same kinds of words. Secret loophole gets you free unlimited mobile service for life, right? And then interested people will click on it. So PPC is one option. Google AdWords. Even on Facebook. Although Facebook, again, it would be like I would use Facebook to figure out what my demographic is, right? I'd have like one ad targeting older people, one ad targeting younger people, and see what which demographic really catches attention, right? That would be like on Facebook. But because, again, I'm not targeting BizOps seekers here, I'm targeting people who just want to save money on their cell phone, right? They're like, what's this loophole? So here's the other idea: is PPV, same kind of targeting, right? How do you target for PPV? Let's see which got saved this time. It apparently likes this. So with PPV, what we can do is, again, search for those keywords, right? And whatever search results are going to be the targets, right? So I can go, and let's do that. Let's go for a second. Let's go to google.com, and let's just check out, hey, that is cool. What is that? I have to click on it. Oh my God, it's a gecko. The veiled chameleon wishes you happy Earth Day. Neato. Okay, well, I got to go back to Google and play with that. So we're going to search for like AT&T, okay? And check this out. Oh, and Chris says I'm breaking up really bad. Hopefully the recording won't have that. I apologize for that, Chris. I don't know if I'm plugged into my internet, so hopefully that's not on my end. If it is, I surely apologize, and if the recording comes out bad, I will absolutely redo this call. Okay, so I really apologize for that. So here's, for example, AT&T. If I search for AT&T, I've got their official site, and I could definitely target this, right? With PPV, I would get a lot of traffic, right? I would get an awful lot of traffic for this, and I would find out very quickly if my landing page is working or not. Now, for PPV, I would do it a little bit different than PPC, right? So here's how I would do it. Let me go back to the desk scribble here. So with PPV, or let's do PPC first. With PPC, I would have the ad, right? So it would be like, bam, three things on the side or on the top, and it would go right to the landing page that asks for the email submit, right? Like the landing page that I showed, and I'll show it again in a minute. With PPV, what I would do is pop up a page that is kind of like the ad that has this message, but I wouldn't have the opt-in on the page, or I would have the double thing. But I would first have a message. So I would actually test either to put the because this page here. Let me show the page. This page actually has a double thing, right? So when this opens up, it doesn't ask for an email right away, but it does kind of have a call to action like this. So I'll test whether I want to have this or just something more like this little section right here, right? This area right here, and then if they click on it, they get to this page again. So I'll see how many steps it really needs. But basically with PPV, it's just a little bit different in that I don't need the ad up front. I get a landing page up front, but I still have to. Yeah, no problem, Chris. Cool. I'll still try to. I'll test and see like what does it. I still have to pre-frame is what I was going for. So anyway, here's a lot of URLs, and with PPV obviously you want to dig down and AT&T.com shop wireless.html. That's probably more targeted than just AT&T, which has internet and other things. Okay, so but I think this is a pretty broad audience for this, and when I need to, I'll niche it down, but for now I won't. So that's a system, right? That's a system with a lead magnet. A lead magnet basically just is, here's your reason for putting in your email, and a tripwire. The tripwire's whole entire purpose is, I'll sell you some information, a very low amount. What I'm doing is like several-fold, right? I'm first of all, I'm giving people. I'm finding out, is this person a buyer? Does this person have their credit card out, and are they ready to keep going? Because you know what? They're more likely to convert on my PDF or page, whatever I pop up afterwards, than if I just send them the step-by-step. They're probably not going to do anything with it, right? And it's also covering my marketing, and I'm giving people something that, if they want, they can use it, and it can help them, right? So anyway, that's a funnel that pays you as you're building your list, and I think that was the number one thing that people wanted to know. And next is traffic. So I talked a little bit about traffic and sending that. Now I want to show you a couple of things that I'm working on in my business, in my BizOp, okay, which is Empower Network, if you don't know. And here's the deal with Empower Network. I actually have a system already built for me that does all this, that has the tripwire and everything. It's actually launching in a couple of days. Let's see, what is it now? April 22nd. So in about a week and a half, it's actually launching. And if you're on my team, obviously you have access to this. But basically, this system does exactly that, right? It's got the lead magnets. It's got several tripwires, and they're adding as many as they need so that it stays fresh. I can add my own tripwires as well, which I love. And then it goes on to an initial offer. So there's a tripwire, and then there's another offer that's a low-cost offer, and that low-cost offer actually introduces why a person would want to get into the business and make high commissions. Okay, so this thing has the ability not only to cover my cost, the cost of my BizOp traffic, which tends to be a little bit more expensive than other kinds of traffic, just because of the competition, and a lot of people who don't know what they're doing, who are overspending, which causes the prices to go up. But it also gives me a chance to make really high CPA on the back end, right? Cost per acquisition, really, really high CPA, over $4,000 to $5,000, and I'll do the income disclaimer, right? I can't guarantee that you're going to make gobs of money, right? I can't guarantee that you'll make anything because I don't know what you're going to do, okay? And I don't know what your experience is. So good. So that was PPV traffic. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. This is Trackerly. It's a new system. I sent out about it a little bit ago. I've been using it as go try this, and I haven't transferred my domains here yet. For those of you who see my links, and it's always like my domain, like thenewpowerfulyou.com/something or leannecarmy.com/something. I use go try this. Now it's going to be Trackerly as soon as they transfer my domain. So for now, I've just been using short links with them, and I'm doing some split tests. So here's a simple 19-minute. I'll graph that. And I stopped sending traffic to that. I'll ungraph it. And here, let me ungraph that. and hide the unique traffic. And now this is my simple email submit tracker. Okay, so I'm split testing 3 landing pages. I just added the 3rd landing page. I paused clicks while I was editing stuff, but so far I've gotten about 527 clicks to it. And here's what's happening. So this is showing me the clicks, and it's split testing for me, right? It's sending things to different places. Like I can manage it, and let's see if I'm still logged in. Yeah, so this is a split test. I've got a short link, and I've got destinations and all of that, right? And let's see if it shows all 3 or just one of them. So this is just one of them. So anyway, this is what I use. And then in lead pages, these are I love how lead pages lets you organize, by the way. So this is a cell phone loophole I was showing you. And then this is the lead magnets that I was working on. I didn't like how that was turning out, so I switched to another one that's actually not doing too badly. This is 100% because this is just me testing it. These are absolutely not enough numbers to really know how this is doing, okay? But, so far it seems like this might be doing better. I don't know because I opted into it as well. So I got to wait till I really have, a few hundred opt-ins or a few hundred visits at least to see this. But here's what they look like. So this is my simple email submit. I'm going to click on view page so you can see it. And it says the simple email submit makes me $25 to $4,600 CPA. Really? I've got a picture of a $25 bill that I found on Google. And then I've got the button that says, no way. And I've got a disclaimer, this is not a guarantee that you will make gobs of money. When you click on this button, it says, yeah, way, enter your best email to discover how. And then it says, this better be good. It just shows my sense of humor a little bit. I don't know if you remember when I did that Rickroll video in the background. That was, a pretty bad idea, but that's my sense of humor. I say information will be sent to the email just provided. Usually I leave it at that, but here's I'll show you a little problem that's happening. So I added this for get response. You'll be added to my mailing list. I can send you the information. Your information will not be shared. And then if you try to exit the page, it should, it gives that, stay on the page. Okay. So here's the deal. Here's what happened. Here's my email marketing. So check this out. Your simple email submit, that's the name of my list. And all of these people are unconfirmed. And it drives me crazy because there's more unconfirmed than confirmed. And I don't know if you knew this. I already did this. I can't show you. But if you hover over this and it's got a little action button, you can actually resend the confirmation email. And I did that for a few. Maybe they didn't receive it or went to spam or I don't know what. But this really frustrates me. So I actually emailed get response so that they could, on the API, they could turn off the double opt-in. Because they don't, you could turn it off on email, like web forms and all that, but you can't do it for the API. So I emailed them to turn it off because I know I'm going to get a ton more opt-ins when they do that. Because I see the opt-ins in my lead pages account, right? I can see the opt-ins, but they're not really there. So that's kind of the bummer. Anyway, so let's talk about traffic to this. What I'm doing right now is I'm using CPC Broker, okay? And I'll show you what that looks like. I actually do some auto traffic with them. They're not the cheapest. I'm actually going to try a few more, but I've got 3 campaigns going with them. And I'm getting about 88 cents per click. It's, not the best. However, what I found with these guys, for whatever reason, is that their traffic actually converts better than others. Like, I make sales right up front with these guys, where I haven't had that in any other traffic source. Not that that's something that you really want to focus on, right? You want to focus on learning how to convert on the back end or having a system that does it for you. But basically, yeah, I prefer to pay less per click, and I've got a source that will allow me to pay about 55 cents a click. So anyway, so that's how I'm sending traffic. This is basically solo ads. It's done for you. I'm not messing with anything. Why? Because I'm focused on something else. I can't focus on 5 different things at once, right? So I've got my funnel that's built for me. I've got my landing pages, and that's my focus right now, is the landing pages and following up with my list and converting that way. And that's that's where I'm at right now. So anyway, and that's the landing page. I'll make it bigger so you can see it, just in case it's small in the recording. Whoops. And this is mobile responsive, by the way. So if I shrink it, this is what happens. Kind of cool. Okay, it works on cell phones. So yeah, so that's it. I think that kind of answers the question. Now, if it didn't answer your question, let me know. let me know, and I'm happy to do another webinar for you. I love doing these. And like I told you in the beginning, look, starting my online business, it changed my life. It freed me up. The first year was a friggin' mess. It really was. I was working like 16 hours a day, and when I started teaching, I barely got any sleep. But you know what? When I went to my superintendent's office and I turned in that resignation letter, I've never felt freer in my life. It was summer. I was wearing shorts and flip-flops. Okay, I walked into the superintendent's office in shorts and flip-flops, and a shirt, obviously, right? I'm not a guy. And I had the letter sealed, and I handed it to the secretary, who I knew very well, and she knew what it was immediately. She knew what it was immediately, and she smiled, and I was just ecstatic. And I said, thank you, and I walked off. I walked towards the car. My wife was waiting in the car for me, and it was warm, the sun was shining on me, and I walked back to the car. I wasn't in a rush. I was just kind of walking at normal pace, and I looked up at the sky, and I had a big grin on my face, and I just felt so incredibly free. And that's the feeling that I want to create for you. And so if you've been kind of curious about what I do and how it is that I'm able to work from home and kind of do my own thing and be free like this, then I invite you to join me, okay? And you don't have to make a decision or anything like that, right away. Just pick up the phone and call me, or shoot me an email and let's chat, all right? Because I'd love to do that for you, and it's my goal to help as many people as possible this year to become free. And if that's you, then talk to me, all right? Love you guys. So glad I was able to do this for you, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.